Hey everybody, welcome back to Jones Edition. My name is Jeremy. Today we are working on the Jeep JK. We're going to be putting on some new Fender flare extensions. These are from Maiker Offroad. The kit comes with all 4 Fender flares, new rivets, plastic rivets, and the instructions. I did have to go and buy a new rivet gun. The one that I had would not accept the plastic rivets, so I went to Harbor Freight. I'll put up the picture of the one I got. Super cheap, not a big deal. Now I can put the new rivets in. The purpose of the flares are when you have oversized tires, like I do on my Jeep. I have 35-inch tires. They stick out past the fender well a few inches. What that does is when you go over rocks, dirt, debris, sand, that can possibly kick back and hit the side of your Jeep, causing the paint to be chipped. It could cause damage, stuff like that. This will add just a little bit extra protection for your Jeep paint and possibly prolong the paint job just a few extra years. I like the way they look. They're going to add a little bit more beefy look to the fender flare. Let's go ahead and get them installed and see how they look. All right, I did a quick fitness test on these. They're definitely lining up on the front. They're lining up with like 4 of the rivets are lining up properly. There's a hole here that doesn't have a rivet, and there's a hole on the very bottom. It doesn't line up. It's the rivet on this actual fender is lower than the one that's on the extensions. It's only like that on the front too for me. I'm gonna see how it looks. I wish I had the end riveted down, but we'll see if it holds it nice and steady with just 4. So I'm gonna pull out these 4 rivets first, and we'll go from there. So these things are a little bit more difficult to come out than I expected. You're really probably not pulling these old ones through. Push them up. That's what I'm gonna do. That's the ticket. Hold it down, use some side snips, and then cut the tip off. All right, now you get your little plastic rivet, the rivet gun. This little skinny piece goes inside the rivet gun. Put the rivet through the hole, match it up through this hole, and squeeze. That's it. All right, so I don't have one here. It doesn't line up. I could probably drill a hole if it really bothers me. I don't want to put any extra holes in the fender right now because I don't think it's going to affect it too much. There's not one down here. This one bothers me the most, but I don't think it bothers me enough to drill a new hole as of yet. I think right now I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Let me install the other 3 real quick, and I'll do a quick walk around and show you what they look like. I went back and reviewed the footage. I'm not sure if I got this wheel camera, so sorry about that. It's all very similar. The hardest part about everything was getting the old rivets off. I had some issues with the new rivets. You know, the plastic rivets like to break. Kind of went through a good bit of rivets. If you can pick up some extra rivets, that's great. I had some extra ones on hand. Also, different size rivets would make this job just a little bit easier. Sometimes I used a big one. Sometimes I used a small one. Sometimes the holes didn't line up 100%. Like this one here is not staying properly, so I might have to upgrade that one to a big one. For the most part, the only issue that I had at all was the 2 front fenders do not line up with the bolt pattern or the rivet pattern 100%. There's one that's empty here, which I could drill a hole, tap a new rivet in there. But if I ever want to take these off, I'll have an extra hole there. It's not a huge deal. It'll be covered up. And then this one right here does not line up. So this is my most delicate fender right here. The rivets were not wanting to stay on. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on this one. I might have to pop a new rivet in eventually. Definitely looks a lot different for sure. Aesthetically, I like them a lot. I do like the stock fenders. I have looked into switching out fenders before on my Jeep, and I just can't. A lot of them, I don't like the style of them. I don't like how they're just really, really skinny, and it's like there's really nothing to them. It looks almost like there's something missing. The stock ones are beefy, and this does make it look a little bit more beefy. It does change the look of the Jeep. Not a bad little product from Maiker Off-Road. I do like them. I'm going to run them on my fenders for a while and see how I like them. If you're interested in picking up a pair for yourself, I always have a link down below for the products that I'm showing. Pretty easy install. I would say take you maybe 30 minutes or so. The rivets give you a hard time. Give yourself an hour or so to do this project. Once you get the hang of it, it kind of goes on quick. That's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys always for tuning in. I'm also trying out a new mic. So if you like the audio, if you don't like the audio, let me know. This is a little cheapy mic from Amazon. Let me know down below if it bothers you or anything like that. Thank you guys for watching. See you on the next one.